President-elect Biden's incoming chief of staff, Ron Klain, said today the president-elect's first cabinet picks are expected to be announced Tuesday. However, Klain said the Trump administration's refusal to give key information to Biden's team is a roadblock for the transition.
We're not in a position to get background checks on cabinet nominees. And so there are definite impacts. Those impacts escalate every day. And I hope that the administrator of the GSA will do her job. The law only requires her to find who is the apparent victor of the election. And I can't imagine there's any dispute that Joe Biden is the apparent winner of the presidential election.
So far, President Trump's lawsuits to challenge election results have failed in multiple states, including Georgia, Michigan, and Arizona. President Trump and his legal team have officially filed a petition for a recount of election votes in Georgia. State officials certified results that showed Joe Biden won that state. The president's loss is within the legal margin for that request. A Trump campaign legal team statement said, in part, quote, President Trump and his campaign continue to insist on an honest recount in Georgia, which has to include signature matching and other vital safeguards. Without signature matching, this recount would be a sham and again allow for illegal votes to be counted. A Republican senator from Pennsylvania says President Trump has exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge a vote count in that state. This comes after a federal judge dismissed the president's case to stop the Pennsylvania vote certification in Joe Biden's favor by more than 80,000 votes. Senator Pat Toomey issued a statement saying, in part, quote, to ensure that he is remembered for these outstanding accomplishments and to help unify our country, President Trump should accept the outcome of the election and facilitate the presidential transition process.
A study by the nonpartisan group Fair Vote shows 31 states conducted statewide recounts between 2000 and 2019, with the outcome changing in only 3 of them. That study goes on to point out that while statewide recounts are rare, outcome reversals are even more so, about 1 out of every 1,600 statewide elections. One of the most notable statewide recounts in recent history comes from the 2000 presidential election. Media outlets called Florida for Democrat Al Gore, relying on Election Day polling. As votes were counted, though, everyone reversed course to Republican George W. Bush. That decision would also be retracted. Al Gore would request a recount of the votes from pivotal Florida counties. More than a month later, 5-4 decision from the U.S. Supreme Court stopped a vote recount and locked in a victory for Bush.